Alright, hello everybody. I've had these steps for a while, and today I decided to do a video on how to remove them. I looked it up online. It's not super complicated, but there's no videos on YouTube, so I figured I'd showcase how it's actually done. So I already removed this one. I just put it back together to make sure that I could show everything. These are all crooked. Obviously, they're not really on the way in, but essentially, to remove these guys, it takes to take off these two screws that go in all the way into the built-in step. So these are the retractable steps that are an option. The truck came in spec like that, and I mean, they're useful. I just don't love how they look. It's kind of been like a polarizing thing for me. It's sort of, I look at them and it's like, they're useful for washing the truck and stuff like that. I don't use them as much, so I want to really look at the truck without it and see what it looks like. Anyways, so for removing it, it's got these two bolts here that hold it to the top of the screw. Then they also have these two screws here that don't necessarily look like they belong to this. So if you look around, there's not really anything underneath it, anything else. It's just these two guys and then these two. But in addition, something that is very interesting, and I had to look this one up, is this entire rod that stabilizes it, as well as this other mount, is in addition to these two steps. So they actually come up with 6 bolts. So these two at the top, at the very top, like up here. See, I don't know if you can see those up there. These ones. The whole bracket comes off. These two guys obviously hold this thing together, and then this kind of support. It makes sense since they're supposed to hold like 250 pounds or 300 pounds. I don't know what it is. But yeah, that's what it looks like. Let me take this puppy off, and then I'll show you guys what it looks like without it. Alright, that's what it looks like without the step. I've seen enough of them, I guess. So this is not entirely super new to me. But, I don't know, I think I kind of like it. Compared to the other side, which, let's look at it now. That's what it looks like with the step. And we go back to the other side. Say hi, Leah. That's what it looks like without it. I don't know. I think I like it. I might keep it this way. By the way, to remove it, like I said, the 4 screws, the 2 that, this socket keeps running away from me. The 2 bolts that go up here, these 2 that are up here, and then the entire assembly, which is these 2 guys up here. It doesn't have anything else on this side. Just have some pass-through bolts in there, with nuts and stuff like that. And then this guy, this kind of stabilizing rod thingy. They're all 13 millimeter. You will need you can use a deep socket for everything. I just use a regular socket, and I just realized that these guys are too long, so you need a deep socket for that one, and I'm assuming for the top ones as well. The one thing that is always impressive to me is, and I used to come from an F-150 before my previous 2021 Super Duty, is the way that these things are built. Everything is super solid and super reinforced and everything. So of course, working, kind of doing little things like this close to the chassis is always impressive. All right, thanks for tuning in. Hopefully this is useful. See you in the next one.